Hi everyone, my name is Katina Johnson and I'm here again with another craft idea. Today I'll be showing you how I paint my Terra Cotta plant pot. You'll just need a Terra Cotta pot, you'll need craft paint, you'll need craft glue, you'll need a hot glue gun, you'll need twine string, and any color you want. You can make it any style that you see fit. You can put flowers, you can put geometric shapes, that's really neat. You can add glitter to it if you're into that. You can do anything with your terracotta pot, and you can store anything in it. If there's no hole like the one I have, you can put fake flowers in it, anything of that sort. So without further ado, I'm going to start this craft, and thanks for watching. See you at the end. Here is my terracotta pot. I will be using some water, a flat brush and a round brush, masking tape, as well as some white craft paint. First, I will use masking tape to mark off any areas that I don't want white paint to get on. This just helps with keeping inside the lines, keeping lines neat looking, and you'll see later in the video that I do end up fixing some lines, but that's okay. I like to put my paint on newspaper or this plexiglass here. Plexiglass is not glass, it is plastic, and it is great to mix pigments together. This paint isn't very thick though, so I ended up having to put multiple coats of the white paint onto the areas I'm painting. After removing the masking tape, I realized that a lot of the edges looked rough, so what I wanted to do was clean it up. How I did this was I dipped my paintbrush into some water and I mixed it in the paint on the plexiglass surface. In this way, and using a flat brush, I could go over my lines smoothly. Now if you don't use water and you try to use the paint, it will go on thicker and not create a sharp line. Instead of using the brush tip, as you can see, it's easier to make dots if you use the end of your paintbrush. You dip the end of your paintbrush in some paint and you just dot it on where you want it to be. Again, I will be painting along the line of the masking tape to create a thin and hopefully even edge. If not, as always, add multiple coats, go over it at the end with a flat brush and make those edges look a little sharper. I decided twine would look really good with the design I have in mind. So I'm using hot glue, and you'll see in a second I'll be putting on a finger part of a glove, so when I'm pushing down on the spots where the glue is touching, it's not burning me. So throughout this process, just keep in mind that the glue is very hot and it could potentially burn you. So protect yourself. You can use the glue gun itself to push the twine down against the terracotta pot, or you could do something like I did. Just protect your skin and be careful of hot glue.
So then, why?
I will be using masking tape again to cover up the white lines that I painted on my terracotta pot. In the negative space, or the area you can see the terracotta pot, I will be coloring it in white, and then I will be painting over it with green. The reason I layer a layer of white underneath is to make the green color look more green, pop more, and be more opaque.
That means you're extra.
After you're satisfied with the white coverage on your terracotta pot, get a little dot of dark umber paint or brown, put it on your surface. You can also get a yellow and a blue and put that on your surface, because you will be mixing the yellow and blue in order to make a green color if you are following along with this video. After the paint has fully dried, carefully remove the masking tape. After you've removed the masking tape, that's when you can make any last minute changes, fixes with lines, edges, and so on. Now we will begin to make a design in the green area, which I have decided upon yellow flowers. I will be using brown paint to mark out places where I want flowers to be. Soon after, I will mix yellow and red paint in order to make a golden yellow. I will also be mixing yellow and white paint to make a brighter yellow color. This will comprise the flower's petals. I will first lay down the golden yellow paint as the bottom petals. So these are the petals furthest away from the viewer.
Before now, I just see a fuck
The next layer I will add is a brighter yellow, but smaller on top of the golden yellow color. This will give it a little more dimension. It'll make it a little more interesting to look at as well. After you let it dry, this is when you can add the center of the flower in. I'm going to use the brown. I'm inspired by sunflowers, and I'm going to dabble it in the center of each flower, doing as much or as little as I please.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much.
I will also be adding a gold ribbon to the top with tacky glue. This is a little bit of a challenging experience. I highly suggest using hot glue instead of tacky glue, but if you don't have that, this works as well. It just takes a little bit more patience. Once you let everything dry, your flower pot is complete. If you want to add more, feel free. If not, enjoy.
Thanks for watching. If you want even more fantastic content, check out our Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at CMC Library.